Impressive.
Writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself.
She's being boring again.
You're exposing your valuabilities and showing even the deepest reach inside of you.
What? Connection quality is not sufficient. It's going to probably cut out again. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Yes.
Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Yusuke feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same as for you, for Yuri. Oh, I want to read everyone's poems. Well,
Is it still working?
So far, still.
Well, what?
Well,
we all sit in silence for a moment.
Okay.
I have an idea. Oh, damn it.
Everyone.
What? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem for her. The next time we meet, we'll share them with each other.
That way everyone is even. Dots. Yay!
Let's do it. Plus, now that we have new members, I think it will help us all get a little more
comfortable with each other. With each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Don't worry, nothing can cut through our relationship.
Monica smiles and warmly at me once again.
I can't wait to read it. Hold on, there's still one problem.
What's that?
Now that we're back to the original topics of me joining the club, I've bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sorry, may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. Aw, look, now they're all angry. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
What?
Sorry, I thought...
Shadow?
Look, you just see how everybody just, like, got all upset. You all... I made all of them sad. I am defenseless against these girls. Well, yeah, you're trying to win a 1v4 against females. It's not gonna happen. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That's it. That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join.
One by one, the girls' eyes lit up.
Yay!
Yes, I'm so happy. Suri wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down.
Hey!
You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for a cupcake,
I would be super pissed.
Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club.
I mean, I came for just a cupcake.
And
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can all officially end today's meeting on a good note.
Everyone remember tonight's assignment.
Write a poem to bring to the meeting so we could share.
We can all share.
Monica looks over at me once more. Miss Shadow, look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yay.
Yay!
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? There's thunder. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me.
That's a plane.
That's the plane? Damn.
We live right...
I know, shut up! Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey, Miss Shadow, since we are already here, do
Yes, that's right. Sayori and I have never walked home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Yes, with these four females, hell yeah. Sorry.
Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls.
Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Alright, now for the fun part. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. So, you will pick words based on who you want. If you want Natsuki, Sayori, or Yuri. If you want Natsuki, you do cute, adorable things. If you want Yuri, you do the dark and brooding stuff like Misery and Scars. And then the comfort and the kind. No, Sparkle would do Natsuki. With these words, it would be Yuri from left to right going down. Would probably be Yuri, Sayori, Yuri, Yuri, Sayori, Yuri, Sayori. No, that would be Natsuki. Yuri. No. Ambient would be Sayori. Sayori on Lazy, and Natsuki on Sparkle. Are you trying to do Natsuki? Okay, well, probably Valentine or Clouds.
Well, Sparkle's vodka.
It doesn't matter, just whatever you want on it. You see, she jumps up. Yay. For her, it would be... Probably the best thing would probably be Starscape or Boop. Ah, that was Yuri. Oh well. Poof and Fluffy would be. Yeah, I know that. That's what I'm. Yes, we. Nah. Kitty.
Here, you do it.
Kitty.
Here.
Go up to Kitty. Probably Jumpy. Or is that Parfait? Is that Parfait in the top left? That wouldn't be Natsuki, would it? I don't think so. I know Jumpy probably would be. I mean, it's cute things. Yeah. Poetry Slam. What did you get? Spend enough time during the poem minigame for the music to loop. We've been in it so long that it looped. Extreme. No. Heartbeat. Marshmallows. Dazzle. Nah, damn it. Bubbles. Twink. Puppy. Giggle. Smile. Oh well.
Precious. Doki Doki.
Kawaii. Playground? Maybe? Yeah. Button. I didn't see it. It's oh well. It's fine. We're playing this.
Hi again, Miss Shadow.
I don't want to be here.
Glad to see you. Don't run away.
You didn't
on
run
us.
away. Nah, don't worry about it. Don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I kept my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping
your promise, Miss Shadow. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of the commitment you're making you guys head first into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
collection in the club room.
He finds herself stuck between saying Monica and Manga. Manga's literature.
Oh, look at her. She's so cute. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. The shadow always gives his best as long as he's having fun.
I'm not having fun.
He helps me with the busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room, helping him.
Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once.
Is so. Yes.
You two are really good friends, aren't you?
Might be a little jealous.
Shut up, Yuri!
How come you and Miss Shadow can become good friends too?
I don't think she wants to be friends.
See you.
Sayori!
Hmm?
Shut the fuck up! As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into.
Oh, you even brought me something today, you know?
Wow, you just keep pushing her more and more into uncomfortableness. Wait!
Sayori!
Huh? Me?
Not really. Don't be shy.
It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind.
Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking.
I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what.
Is that so?
Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be.
Alright. Well, here.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. Oh. I didn't want you to feel left out.
So pick out a book that thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't really read. And we could, discuss it if you want.
This is... As this girl accidentally being so cute. She picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. What about a portrait? I enthusiastically take the book.
Well, you can read it at your own pace.
Nice.
I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Natsuki uttered an exasperated sigh from within the closet. Oh, what did she do? She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. Natsuki! You looking for something in there?
Freaking Monica. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up?
Oh, is this where the skirt problem happens? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga?
You read manga, right?
Sometimes. Manga is one of the things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point.
Besides, it's kind of written on your face.
Nice. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack.
There it is.
Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest.
Much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world.
It is pretty one. Yeah, I know the feel. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. That was what we could have done. Parfait girls? I think that's what that says. But whatever. Go.
I did do that.
It's a series I've never heard of in my life. Nice. Probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible.
If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass of the door.
She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything.
It was the tone of your voice. Don't tell me.
But I'll tell you.
One thing, the shadow. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact,
Natsuki pulls the first volume from the box.
I'm gonna show you exactly why.
She shoves the book into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire streaking animated feminine poses. Striking anime. It's exceedingly mo.
Don't just stand there.
What? Grabs me and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the window sills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable?
Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that.
What's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Oh, you made her upset.
Don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it.
I think she already feels weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I could say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am.
Whoa, how long has it been since I read the beginning?
You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then?
Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention?
I am. But nothing's really happened yet, so I can't talk all of them at the same time. I can talk at the same time. Looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for a lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be plot?
Well, honestly, you think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I knew what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like, there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get in all their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen, that's really what makes it good.
Oh, Profane is showing up. It's gone
There
now.
are so many touching parts.
Ah, is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you.
Hey, wait.
Oh, wait.
What's that supposed to
Mm.
mean? Yosuke gives me a little shove.
I just meant that I haven't yet seen you at your full power.
Good save.
This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga?
Well...
Natsuki pauses for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. Why does that matter? It doesn't. I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too.
That's just a good
It's
coincidence.
just a coincidence.
It just happens to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like I would ever get into anything because it's in manga. I feel bad for everyone that's impressible.
Anyone that impressible? Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from the manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Oh, look at the adorableness.
He's on.
We read for a few more minutes. Just look at how tiny she is. Are you sure this isn't boring for you?
It's not.
Adorableness! Even though you're just watching me read.
Well, I'm fine with that.
If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing sometimes something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? Did you see her eyes move?
That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know.
What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends?
Could you not rub it in? Jeez.
Sorry.
Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids.
Well, I mean, you kind of are a kid.
I can't even bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet.
Those aren't your friends, then.
It makes me want to punch them in the face.
Go ahead, do it. They're jerks.
Ugh. I know those kinds of people.
Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge. Much less find... I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Wait, which part?
I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this.
Your dad even hates it? Man, I'm punching him in the face, too.
At least it's safe here in the classroom. What was I saying?
Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. I just can't win, can I?
Well, it's paid off in the end, didn't it?
Whatever. I mean, here I am reading it.
Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems.
She has yet to break that blush. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? Oh, now you broke her again.
So... Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what?
Yeah. I flipped the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. Look at the adorableness.
I totally forgot that happened.
Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori
Minori is my favorite character. You'll always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when, I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finished this chapter.
Nice. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her youth. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience. The thought makes me smile a little to myself.
Okay, everyone.
Huh?
Are you all ready with today's poems?
No! Fuck off! I don't want it! No!
Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry.
She's showing way too much leg.
I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there.
Bring it up! Now it's finally connecting that she's like on top of me. Yeah. Natsuki suddenly knows how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright. Guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki.
You are just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happened?
Yeah, but
Monica just said, don't be dumb.
Just take it home.
Just take it home with you.
Eh? Is that alright? I say that mostly because I really don't plan on using my spare time to read this.
Well, of course. I would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you.
Nice. I just noticed something. It looks like she's got cat ears. By tomorrow?
Only get partway through the volume so far.
I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. Well, but I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Of course it is! Y'all queen! Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Probably. Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and I carefully slip the book into my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last
Fuck
night?
you! Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well then, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with?
I can't wait. Sayori and Monica
Enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. Of course it is. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. Of fucking course. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Yep. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Do you want to show it to the one you wrote it for? Or do you want to show it to someone else? Go.
I don't know.
Pick someone. Pick one of the girls. I'm pretty sure you go through all of them.
Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all,
Natsuki rereads the poem. And that's what the point of sharing is in the first place. That's what the point of sharing in the first place.
Oh.
I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I wanted to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said.
be more comfortable sharing my phone if yours was really bad.
Really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha! Well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like.
And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy.
So in other words, you're saying you liked it. And you broke her again. Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat.
You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important.
Excuse me, ma'am. Just show me your poem and we can get over with this. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Unless he must really hate me or something. No. Can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she likes my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right?
Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try. But that's about it.
It worked.
Yeah.
I thought it was alright.
I told you that. Oh.
You weren't gonna like it. Yeah. I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all...
Best poem. Yes, best poem. 10 out of 10.
What's the best one?
Sophisticated.
And stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? That's what I'm saying! Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening.
Basically, the whole point of the poem was saying that
So,
humans are not good compared to the rest of these animals.
so I decided to write about it. Yeah,
Yes, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the word phrase. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then I get all flat on purpose.
Get it? Because humans try to fly, they fall flat.
It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into that than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro.
Look at the little fang.
I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did ya?
Yeah, I guess not. So adorable. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud that I won't take that away from her. Yeah! Who should I show my poem next? Where are you going? Make it really annoying and give it to Yuri, the one who's like extremely dark and brooding and stuff. Sayori's gonna like it no matter what, because she's a fucking simp to her neighbor and childhood friend. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading.
Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking.
It's fine, don't force yourself.
I'm not. It just needs to be put my thoughts into the words. Hold on. Okay. That's your first time writing a poem, right?
Yeah. Yeah, she doesn't like it. It's way too cutesy for her. Why do you ask?
I'm just making sure.
Just go ahead and say you hate it. Damn.
I guess that's might be after reading through it.
What a bitch. Ah, so it's that bad.
No.
Oh, she's upset. She thinks Oh, she. Oh no.
Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry.
Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying?
Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them.
She's being a bitch.
I think the most noticeable thing I recognize as new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate.
In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part.
I might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you a vulnerable feedback.
Sorry. I was saving.
Yusuke can be a little bit biased, huh?
Don't you dare talk about the queen! Biased. How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
That's what happens when a senior says something about a freshman. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thoughts process behind it.
This is about to be extremely dark and brooding. Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club?
Oh shit, I didn't recurse.
Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Nice. What the fuck?
I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting.
No.
I can't read cursive!
No, it's just the fact that it was cursive, it threw us off. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. Took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Oh no, she's about to bury her face again.
That's a relief.
Also, I liked the poem. Even though it was short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Oh, fuck. Not at all.
If it's your ethnicity.
Nice.
Read it.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest. I'll get there eventually. I suppose. Are you into ghosts? Uh-huh. Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and expressions in their work. See, this is why I can't... I love Yuri. Yuri's definitely my favorite of the four. But in her style of writing is what a lot of other artists or poets do. My favorite is Robert Frost, who is like really kind of straight to the point with his writing. So for someone to write something and mean something else throws me off. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. Once again, Robert Frost does. Fuck you. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Now for the fun too. Sayori, who's just gonna like it no matter what. Cause
You haven't even read what he wrote. You haven't even read what he wrote.
we won't see what he writes. See, this is a good poem.
Are you sure it's your first time?
What a simp! Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time?
Yes, you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest,
No.
I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously.
Ah, of course.
Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy that you wrote one.
That you wrote. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Miss Shadow. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know. Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here.
Okay.
That would be mine too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
No, she's not. I think she's the best one if I remember correctly.
We'll see about that. The way
Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue, it's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. Say, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No.
Just
a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
No, of course you did. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself.
Don't be mean.
I still tried my best.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially the last line.
I made eggs in test.
Even though you were late to school.
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Look at that little mouth. Look at it. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Yeah. But next time I won't forget.
I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it. Now it's time to show Monica.
Shadow, having a good time so far?
Sure. Yeah.
Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we could do better, I'm always listening.
Quit being such bitches.
Don't be afraid to bring things stuff, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind.
Of course, I'll
Be afraid to break things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, you want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Fucking hate me.
Don't worry, Miss Shadow. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know.
Sure.
But that's sort of a barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Do you need to be over here? Can I be too?
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
I like it, Miss Shadow.
Of course you do. Really?
It's a lot cuter than unexpected.
Damn it. Oh, jeez.
No. It kind of makes me think of something Music-y would write.
Say that louder.
And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment.
Aha. If you say so.
Yep. There's a lot of poems or stories out there that are no more than a few simple words. They can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they are only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're
Written for kids.
but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody.
I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that.
Sort of. Maybe that's not an
Maybe she's not an expert.
but you probably wouldn't find much filler in her film prose. It might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel more comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything.
I do have to impress him. Ahaha.
Anyway, do you want to read your
Read
my
mine.
poem?
Sure, Monica.
I'm not very good.
I feel like you're lying to me. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because
I have to sound confident.
That doesn't mean I'll always feel that way, you know.
I see. Well, let's read it then.
Of course.
It's something you gotta scroll. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes? The spackle protrudes. A nosy neighbor, an angry boyfriend, I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I feel blind. Like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It wasn't too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in.
So what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you'd call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that's kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. A lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of
Epiphany.
recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming and
Oh, I'm strong.
strongly. Maybe it's after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's a Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated in a specific point. If you tried so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and then tidy it up later.
Nice.
Anyway, to think about it.
Another way to think about it is if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Yo, I didn't notice she, almost immediately breaks the fourth wall. I know you don't understand what I'm saying, but I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. Where are you going? Why? You gotta play the game. Huh? You can't, because they can't hear you. Come on. This is a literature club, after all. I said. Okay, and there's people that do this for 10 hours. Come on. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki mercifully returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. I mean, you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really doesn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. People who did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and I did too. Whatever. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. Which I haven't yet. And Shadow liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested. Huh? Nice. So invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Nisha appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as shadows started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, you guys. Suddenly both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Miss Shadow, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then it wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her. Oh, do I have to pick? there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effective. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You literally just repeated yourself, ma'am. You're making it hard for me to side with you. You understand that, right? Well, I'm not answering. How'd I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. Whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course this is gonna be... I really want to do that. Because I love Yuri. I like talking to Yuri. But we're kind of set up to enjoy Natsuki at the moment. So I'm just kind of... I'm gonna have to go with help me. I'm not picking a side in this scenario. Well, he's just gonna pick Natsuki. He's always gonna side with Natsuki. I'm not siding with either of them. I can't. That's not something I have the ability to do. Yeah, I'm gonna have to say, help me. So instead I turn to Yuri. Sayori! Yeah? Everyone's fighting is making How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? It's your immaturity that's made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes you. Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people. And I love them because of their differences. Natsuki poems, they're amazing because that gives so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they've always were. Big and beautiful. Sayori stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori's vice president? I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader. I can organize and things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, it's kind of embarrassing on me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sayori's amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone, it's just about time for us to leave. How did you feel about sharing poems? It's a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. How about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Fuck! And maybe you learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poem everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Shadow, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori became. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. It's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I could see why they make good friends with you. Phew. You know, so it's nice that I get to spend time with you in this club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone, it makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, we'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her. It's easy to see Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Yay! Which one are we doing? Are we still doing Natsuki or... Who's we doing? Ooh. That's what I thought it was. Damn it. Yuri's is death? What? Journey. Philosophy. Fight me. I could play forever. This one. Vivacious. Melancholy. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yay, another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the classroom, the usual scene greets me. Hi! Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's pretty simple. Try a thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. It's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori?
Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Haha. Sayonara retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets the contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming into the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves the one option. But I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening again. Her face is in her book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It's just something in my book. Yuri! Somebody said to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is far enough retribution. Didn't mean that. I get too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's fun side of you. That's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the retribution. That. Still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it wasn't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Hehe. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow! What was... A cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It's totally worsening your reaction, though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good, Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue! Going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, what do you think I gave you? Why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. So I'm really happy to share this one with me. Sayori gets over a seat behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches over to nudge Sayori off of her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Uh-huh. Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, tell Sayori... Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the classroom. Where is Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. Yeah, that's true. Excuse me. Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it, since I was practicing piano. Piano? Wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. That's... Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I just look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love to change. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Nah, not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. Looks like everyone's already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But it only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. Muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... It's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious how come you have 2 copies of the same book. Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, the book is titled Portrait of Markov. Yeah! There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright. I just wanted to make sure I didn't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does, her life goes really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison, and while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life story falls apart. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so the dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, they're made out to be naive for one, letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it right. You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieve the book that I put in my bag. Alright, it's fine if I... Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I sit into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive? I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. Looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry, I was just... Yuri, you're really apologizing a lot, don't you? Look, it's you! She said sorry like 12 times already. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean, Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so I instead use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds it to the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It actually is kind of distracting me, as if I can't feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page? Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over Yuri's face again and her eyes meet. I didn't know how I'd be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it my own. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the pages, letting it flutter over to her side. She catches it under her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me a little bit of you a little bit. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she's also guesses all of the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remains silent for a moment. But that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant it as kind of cute. What are you saying all of a sudden? Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is she alright? Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if I haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you? I guess... I guess I don't have too much of preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time. Alright, I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. And we're going to leave there, I guess. Save it there. And we will go back to it in next time. Tomorrow, probably. Thank you all for joining me in this realm. See you all in the next one.